Earlier this year, amid the threat of nuclear North Korea and more, scientists sounding alarm over climate change. The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists ticked their symbolic doomsday clock ahead. Only 2 minutes to midnight, people. Planning some of the blame on President Trump. I don't know if many people would agree with that's what the cause of it, but there's a lot going on out there in the world no matter what. Perhaps it sparked a recent story in the Washington Examiner that claimed that more and more there are Washington officials, especially those who work in the intelligence agencies, that are flocking to these doomsday camps and partnerships in them, places called the Fortitude Ranch and others. That one is near D.C., and it helps people prepare for pending doom. Here now, Dr. Drew Miller. I was going to say Dr. Doom, but you're not. You're Dr. Drew Miller, CEO of Fortitude Ranch and a retired Air Force colonel. Doctor, good to have you here tonight. So what is Fortitude Ranch? How does it work?
Sure. Fortitude Ranch is a recreational and survival community. So in good times, we're a great place to go to vacation and hunt. But in bad times, we're a survival retreat, a place where you can go to survive a pandemic or a long-term electrical outage or some other disaster that leads to a collapse in economic activity and loss of law and order.
And you're genuinely concerned that this is something that we all need to be prepared for.
We absolutely do. Government is not prepared to handle a pandemic. Government officials will be protected. We're not that far from Mount Weather, where government officials will go. Wealthy people can go to places like Survival Condo if you have millions of dollars. But most of us will be on our own with the loss of law and order from a pandemic or loss of the electrical system. Police won't be able to protect you in your neighborhoods. There's going to be gangs and people out there marauding for food. And so you need to be able to protect yourself.
What horrible. It's horrible to imagine. But these are growing. How many Fortitude Ranches are there around the country? I know you don't say exactly where they are, but they're mostly in the middle of nowhere, right?
Well, we locate in remote areas. We're in West Virginia, west of D.C., and we're also in Colorado, and we're raising funds now to expand across the U.S.
And how would you characterize interest in them? Has it exploded over recent years?
It's been high, and it keeps getting higher. The North Korean threat is bad. For example, former CIA Director James Woolsey warned last year that just one North Korean nuclear weapon that's optimized for electromagnetic pulse exploding over the United States could take down our electric system, not for weeks or months, but for over a year.
So if you're
the former CIA Director warned.
If that happened, I just want to, how long could you survive at a Fortitude Ranch if this unforeseeable, horrible incident were to happen?
Well, we produce our own food, so we can last forever. But as Admiral Woolsey warned, if there's this kind of an attack and the electric system goes down, there'll be societal collapse. There won't be law and order. There'll be mass starvation. He estimated that up to 90% of the U.S. population could potentially perish in a disaster like that. And the worst threat we face is pandemics. We're overdue for a natural pandemic, and there are bioengineered viral pandemics that could just cause a catastrophe that we can't imagine today.
This has been uplifting. I want to thank you. Thank you for being here. And you're giving everybody an option. Dr. Drew Miller, thank you very much. Good to see you tonight.